Dave, what are you doing?
Pull this shit out.
Why?
Because you have to. Because it goes around here.
Alright guys, so we are starting off today with Junkyard Dave himself, and we are actually removing the quarter glass right here, and then the front or the rear glass right here. We're just gonna go ahead and leave the front windshield in it. It has a decent little chip right there on the bottom, and it's kind of scratched, kind of pitted, kind of has some other stuff like that in it. So I think I'm just gonna get a new windshield. I'll probably end up just yanking out this this little trim piece, so that way when I do paint it, all the paint goes down below it. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get all this little trim stuff off right here, so that we could get the freaking quarter glass and stuff out of it. And then the other thing I need to do is actually draw a line right here, so I could actually cut this quarter panel. So I'm gonna start out by drawing that line like that. We'll just cut off that top piece for now.
Is it a 30 quarter panel?
Well, it's too long.
What?
It's too long. So we'll probably cut it like right there. I mean, I guess I didn't have to cut.
I feel like you just,
No, it's too tall. That's what it is. It's not the best stuff in the world for sure. Oh, that's my favorite noise. Oh, what was that?
I think it was a balloon.
Already, huh? Did you like... Maybe it's because it's got a new cord on it.
It doesn't have a new cord.
Well, it's got that upgraded cord. It's got the big dog cord. So maybe it's actually...
Oh, that's my cord.
That ain't your freaking cord. No, don't even start.
That's from the floor sanders. That's the floor sander cord.
Don't even start. I've had that cord for years.
You're such a liar.
I've had that cord for years, David. Don't even start with me.
Well, that spool is another one.
Okay, the spool is that cord. This is my freaking cord that I bought. Is this your screwdriver too? Man, it's all smoky in here. Man, I wonder if I could can I get new seals?
Quarters?
Like the weather stripping?
Quarters?
Yeah.
No. You have to buy the whole window.
What about this stuff that you pulled out?
You can, maybe. I bought all the S13 ones, but you might be able to.
You bought all the S13 ones in the country. Oh wow, Dave, save some for us, man.
All the mirrors too, the glasses.
Wow, Dave, what a nice guy. Are you gonna sell them?
No. They fall off.
You don't like S chassis anymore, though.
I do. Kinda. I just.
You do like them?
I can't find a thing to fix mine. That's like the only thing. Man, I think I'm gonna have to take my spool cord. These bigger cords work way better. Actually, cheapest.
Yeah, take that spool cord. Don't take my freaking cord.
Shoot, both those fucking cords. Fine.
You have the worst memory about stuff like that.
I remember it was wrapped up on the fucking thing.
That cord was over in that corner forever.
From what? Where did it come from?
From me, I bought it brand new. That was the initial cord. That was the extension cord here at the shop a long time ago.
Oh, you know how I could prove it?
What?
Go to my SC300 video.
SC300 video. What are we gonna find in your SC300 video?
Well, that's when I got those floor sanders. It was wrapped around the floor sander.
No, because you probably sold that with that. I'm just gonna go to your shop one day and just be like, that's mine right there. I'm surprised you don't think that welder's yours.
I never said that I wanted it back. I just said that it was mine.
That's mine. I'm gonna do it to you, Dave.
Do it.
I'm just gonna show up over there and be like, that's mine. so been messing with this passenger side fender for a little while, trying to get it all kind of figured out and mocked up how we want. So right here, it's weird kind of how these fenders are. So there's a little bit of a gap right here, and then it gets really, really tight. And then right here, it's really, really tight up there at the very top. So kind of a bigger gap right here. So we're gonna kind of work on pushing some of that stuff back. But we really need to get rid of this, because as soon as it just wants to hit it. So need to kind of trim that down.
The broke?
If we come over on this side, kind of something similar. I already have a little bit of a line kind of drawn what I'm gonna do. This one actually wasn't too bad. There's a little bit more gap right here. Kind of gives us some room to play with the side skirt and stuff. But yeah, again, fiberglass fenders are always kind of a big pain. And you know, if you want show quality, you gotta get the legit stuff, or like stick with your metal fenders or something. But yeah, got all the glass and stuff out of here thanks to Dave. Brought that little thing over. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually mark a line right here with this Sharpie, and then I'm gonna pull the fender off and basically just hit it with the flapper disc to kind of smooth it out, shape it to get us in a decent spot. Did a little bit of trimming on this guy because it was a little bit taller. See, I kind of want to trim it off just a little bit more right there. But doing that stuff to the front fender actually made a huge difference. So basically, we trimmed off all this stuff and got it fully mounted. Basically, just kind of had to round off the back of it because it actually had kind of like a thick lip to it, or that fiberglass right there was pretty thick. So even though we had a decent gap right here, on the back side, when it would go in, just the lip just stuck out way too far. So right now you can see it's we got a decent amount of gap, so we shouldn't have to worry about it pinching there. I kind of don't like the gap right here, but the side skirt is going to go there, so I think that'll kind of I don't think it pops in there, but it'll kind of cover up this thing right there. So yeah, a little bit more fitting right here. You can see where I kind of wanted to cut that, so I drew another line. So just trying to get these things to fit nice, and once we actually get these things kind of fit where we want them, just kind of modifying the inside of this door too. Then we're gonna actually pull them off and actually mount the things. So the other day I was putting some pictures of my buddy Derek's car. He actually stopped by today with it. Again, this has kind of been an inspiration. I almost wanted to actually paint the other car white, just because like Zinkies, I think they just look really good with, especially with the clear headlights, clear little corner signals. He has a bash bar on here, so he can't get the clear front lights in it. But yeah, so these are those Vienna wheels that he has on here, and I was trying to actually buy them off of him the other day, but if you guys don't remember, a couple months ago I actually helped him wire the 1JZ in here, and this was actually the spare parts 1JZ that we got a long time ago, and I think I ended up, forget exactly what it was, but we traded a bunch of stuff, took a bunch of pieces off of it, basically pieced it back together. So one of the cool things about when we went up to Denver the other day for the drift event is there was actually a set of wheels. There's this guy, he imports a lot of stuff. His name is Jap Crap on Instagram. But he had these actually listed locally for sale on Facebook Marketplace. So these are Weds Cerberus 2s, and they're about 18 by 10 and a quarter in the front, and 18 by 11 and a half in the rear. And I think the lips in the front are about 4.5 inches, and then the ones in the rear about 5.5. So really sweet looking wheels, kind of an older style wheel. And I guess, so back in the day, obviously this car had a molded in body kit, it was painted, you know, it was at some point a show car. I think it actually had these similar wheels to it, but obviously not with these lifts. So this is the one in the front. And so yeah, now one of the things that I want to do is actually do a little bit of a test fit. Derek brought me these tires right here. These are a 245/40/18. We're probably gonna try one of them in the front and one of them in the rear, and see how they actually fit. I have some 265/35/18s we might try in the rear, but that's gonna be kind of another little goal today, is to get at least 2 of these mounted up and actually fit on the car, and see how they fit with the wide body, see if we're gonna have to camber them in or do anything like that. Also see how the back and everything looks, see how much we're gonna have to cut these fenders right here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. The guy from Jap Crap, he was pretty cool. I basically explained to him, I was like, hey, I've never like looked at wheels before, or like a 3-piece wheel, so I'm not like that educated in it. And so he actually kind of, you know, went through them with me and showed me like the good things about them, kind of explained the process of, you know, actually building these things, and you know, kind of what he did with them. So yeah, pretty cool. I'll throw the little link or the little tag up here. Go check them out. Tell Motion Auto sent you. But yeah, stoked to actually get these things mounted up and see what they look like. Out with the 245/40, and that one, not too much of a stretch actually on it. That actually looks pretty good. But then this on the back, so this is a 265/35/18 Nanking, so you can see we got a decent little amount of stretch on there. But the Nankings, especially the 265s, kind of run a little bit skinny. More so they're like a 245 or something like that, so they're not that crazy. But yeah, mostly we're doing this for mock-up to kind of see what size tires and stuff we actually need to order. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the fronts on, and then we'll go ahead and throw the rear quarter panel thing back on it too. Alright guys, so we got the wheels and everything all mounted up on here, kind of checking some fitment. So I think this back is going to be right about perfect, where we could kind of tuck it down a little bit and kind of have the lip like right here, like right on the edge, just kind of poking out. And then in the front, there is a little bit of camber in it, but I do have, so we could potentially run like a little bit of a spacer to get it a little bit closer out here, or we could just kind of have it tucked up in there. But we could kind of figure out all that stuff a little bit later. I was also thinking I could probably extend the lower control arm a little bit. I have a set of adjustable ones, and then I have some offset strut tower tops to where we could either basically pull all the camber out of it, basically widen the track width in the front, or could potentially get maybe like a 1/2 inch wider barrels on the front, since these things are 3-piece, and you can just kind of take them apart and do some other stuff. But yeah, I think it looks really good. Again, we're gonna have to figure out this whole body kit thing right here, so it's like nice and thick, which isn't necessarily a good thing. And you can see there's that little lip right there that this technically like should be going under. But this body kit was from, you know, probably early 2000s or something like that. And then these fenders are meant to go with like Origin style stuff, which is, I think, inherently just a little bit shorter. Same thing with this in the back, how it has that little shelf right there. Has that little piece where it could kind of tuck in if it was a little bit shorter. So on Derek's kit, we were looking at it, and it's basically flush, so it's just kind of a flat piece of fiberglass instead of having this little kind of flange on the top. and the corner of it is kind of boogered up a little bit on it already. So cutting that off and keeping it flat, I think would actually make it look pretty clean. It would tuck in the door just a little bit more, and then it would actually kind of flare this out a little bit because it would be able to come in. So I think that would make it look a little bit better. But yeah, need to do a little bit more trimming and stuff on these quarters. But I'm trying to I think we've almost decided on actually molding in these quarters. So if I do that, I was basically going to cut off this top piece anyhow, and then just mold from this body line right here. So we'll just kind of go from right there, kind of smooth it and blend it out. So we could almost just cut off this front piece, can almost cut off this back piece right here, and just kind of continue that body line with the actual body line on the car. Trying to figure out what wing I want to do on this, or if I even want to do a wing at all. Maybe just do wingless. Obviously trim up these guys a little bit more. This is kind of a weird little thing, so it kind of like bows in, and so you can't really get the gas door in there yet. So I'm gonna have to modify some of this stuff, playing around in there. But yeah, one of the main things is for doing this whole wide body thing is actually cutting the quarter panels. So you can see that is that's what we're dealing with right there. So probably cut that up probably about 3 inches or so, probably something like up in there, and yeah, basically make like a little tub fender, weld it all closed so no water or anything gets in there. But yeah, overall I kind of getting the vision now. It's nice sitting, you know, actually looking at it just with the new wheels and stuff on it, and you know, the new body panels and the new bumper and all that stuff. So can't wait to get the headlights back from Nick and actually get to figure out what color we're gonna paint this thing. So we've been discussing a lot of options. Derek thinks I should paint it purple. We thought about doing it Interlagos Fire, which was the color of that kooky S14 that we gave away about 2 years ago. Part of me wants to do black. I think black would just look sick. You know, just super clean black paint, nice big chrome wheels, you know, clear kind of chrome headlights and little accents all the way around. But also with the interior, there is some purple accents in it already in the seats. So like these seats already have some purple stuff right there. So I don't know, we could either get them reupholstered or put like some racing seats in it and just paint the other little interior panels to kind of match whatever color we do on the outside. But yeah, definitely going to be a lot of work. I kind of forgot, you know, how much work it actually is to go through and, you know, change all the colors of the door jambs and the trunk and the engine bay and all that stuff. I want to order some BC Racing coilovers, because these are the TN Flexes, or not the Flexes. These are the TN Basics, where you basically, in order to adjust the height of them,
You throw them in the trash.
You basically throw them in the trash, yeah. But in order to adjust the height, you actually just basically lower the coil spring. So, and it just changes a lot of stuff. So like you don't have any preload on them, and then when you like go up on a curb, they like droop all weird. So we'll get a proper set of BC Racing coilovers on this thing, and yeah, need some help from you guys picking a color. Maybe dark brown, like a metallic brown would be kind of cool. Black, maybe like the color on the Supra. I think that would look super sweet. I think it would just look like super aggressive being black. Purple, I don't know, it's already kind of purple. It would look nice, like all purple and clean and painted and kitted and all that stuff. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for this video, guys. Again, huge shout out to David, Junkyard Dave, for pulling the windows and stuff out of this thing for me, right, Dave?
Yeah.
I mean,
he let me use the welder, so.
Oh yeah, Dave's over there welding.
I took it.
You took
it's
it.
It's actually a lot lighter than the China one.
Really?
Surprisingly.
So Dave's welding a turbo manifold for his FD thing. So he's got all these crazy freaking flanges over here. Look at this. You'd think he's like a professional turbo manifold welder. So it's got like these copper heat sinks and these copper little things right here where you could purge through the wastegate, and you know, so you basically don't warp your wastegate flanges when you're welding them. So we got a new turbo for the Civic, which you guys will see that probably in an upcoming video. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Appreciate you watching, and see you later.